welcome back to Satisfactory. I know it's been a few days, but I finally got enough stuff built up so that way we can get the bauxite refinement and at least one, let's get all this in here, one of the alien power augmenters built. So,
milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Oh, quiet down. There we go. And it is. That looks so cool. Alright, now let's get this thing connected in somewhere. Oh, well, I guess I'll upgrade this to a Mark II, so that way I can drop this in there. And now, we can see that it raises our overall power by a decent amount. This thing is so cool. And yes, it does 10%. There is a way to boost that, but that is in an extremely late game area. And one of the main reasons why we need as many of those power shards as possible. And just because I can. I had to. I love it. Had to knock myself silly just a little bit. Alright, that will be the next item on the list. But for the time being, we're going to get some copper production. But we're going to go down here and we're going to see what we need. So, for this, we'll need water, bauxite, and that produces the alumina solution, as well as some silica. To make aluminum ingots, we need silica, and aluminum scrap, which takes coal. So I gotta find coal, bauxite, and maybe a little bit of quartz, because it produces, or it uses 5, and this technically produces 5, but it never runs at the right speed, so I'll find a little bit of quartz. So, we know where some bauxite is, so we'll need, and it's a pure bauxite, and I'm going to make this a big and strong. So there's that. Alright. Oh yeah, and I'll also need water extractor. Probably more than one, but we'll start with one. I said we need quartz and that, so there's 6 of those needed. So let's get these 6 made. Alright, now that we got those 6 made, let's make sure we have enough fuel and ammo and everything like that to go out on an adventure. We got way plenty of those. These guys. Need to take a few more of these. And that should be enough stuff to get us out at least to the pure bauxite. We'll find out what we're going to do from there, where we're going to end up building it. Alright. Just enough to tick them off. Ah, there we go. The right fluttering gets the best results. Ah, there's the bauxite. Surrounded by these guys. Oh, need to reload. Ah! Why did it do that? Oh. Yeah, if you tap reload at the wrong time, it has the potential to screw you up a bit. Whee! There we go. Buttheads. Alright, now let's get this placed in. Now we got our bauxite. And that's going to produce at 240. So we need to remember that it's a Mark III belt. Okay. Out past the edge just a hair. Because right there, I think, would be a good section. This water section over here. So let's drop this down as far as it goes. Wow. There we go. See, just that easy. You can bring a whole buttload of it down. Granted, I didn't bring in the power, but that's just semantics. That I hear another guy. Where are you at, butthead? I hear you. Ah, there you guys are. There. Upset them a little bit. Draw them out to me. Whee! There we go. Get those two taken care of. 4, technically. There's 4 of them that had to be taken care of. Grab their goodies and... There. Now I don't have those things to worry about. I can grab my Mercer Sphere in peace. Right, now let's grab this. Run it over here. Because I want to try to splice into my coal, which is over there. That's why I wanted to build this over here. That way I don't have to bring anything else over with me. Alright, now, wrong one. O. Zoom down. To make the alumina solution, it needs to be a refinery. Oops, I forgot to make sure I had the stuff for all these refineries. So, I'm going to build up a little bit of a factory just to see how well I can get this up to the amount needed for my bauxite. When they're done, I'll come back and let you see the nice big factory. See you in a bit. Is all that scary mess. That's really not a good sign. I don't know what the heck I just found here. I found me a new helmet, and... Oh, that's... I don't like that. And I only came in here because I thought it was a quicker way to get to the quartz that I need. Okay, let's run away, because that has me scared is what the heck was going on there. Well now, once everything finally gets running, I finally have what should be everything needed. Now, the bauxite will slowly but surely be coming down this nice... Oh, you can see it. It's coming down nice and slow. Coming down, it'll make its way in here, convert its way over to this, and I gotta make sure everything's on level 2, including these guys, because sometimes I have a bad habit of not having the right height, or the right strength. Okay, good. But yeah, that'll come down. The full 240 is gonna be converted, being at 120 apiece, into these two. As long as I go into the right section. These guys here produce not only the bauxite or the alumina solution, but it also produces some silica, which will come out here, go down, join into this system here, which should run these machines pretty well indefinitely. So, and then this guy here produces the actual aluminum scrap, as well as some water. So the water will be pumped back into the system to give us a little extra hand. And then all of these guys produce nothing but aluminum ingots. Whew. That was a lot of work. Now the real fun begins trying to figure out how to get it back over to the house, back to home base. Oh, everything's starting up. Oh, I think at this point it would be smart to set up a train. Just get rid of the truck altogether. That way I can get rid of my fuel production. At least the bit of fuel production that I have. Well, the fuel production if I were any smarter, I'd be a genius. The fuel production that goes into actually making this run. If I were any smarter, that would be great. But if I set me up a fuel or a train depot, it can come through and I could potentially follow the same or somewhere near the same path. If I could stay up top here, that would be fantastic. I want up here! Let me up here! Thank you, you butthead. Okay, fine, I'll stay right here. If I'm not forever following. Okay, but yeah, I can probably have them follow somewhat of the same path or cut across the water and around back to the hub. Alright, so that was a little bit of extra work, but I got the remainder of the aluminum stuff taken care of. We got the Alicad aluminum sheets, as well as the aluminum casings being made, being belted over. I know I've got it going pretty quick, but it's coming over. And yes, I also took care of making the train network. So I got rid of the two... ouch. Let's not do that. Got rid of the two vehicle bays, whatever you want to call them. Hold on, let me see what they're actually called. Maybe truck stations. Got rid of the two truck stations to make way for the actual train here. And the way you do that is you have to have the locomotive and train car obviously made up. 2 train stations, 2 freight platforms if you're doing just freight. If you're doing anything to do with fluid, like let's say I'm bringing over the oil, then I would use a fluid freight platform, but you use the freight car all the same. So I have it, obviously I'm right at the top of it right now so we can get an idea of where it goes. I still need to remove all of the old roadway, but that's for a later date. And yeah, I decided I was going to get a few things up to date, like a couple MAM researches. Hopefully, we'll have enough stuff for the hover pack today as well. That would be fantastic. But yeah, I've got it coming along. Follow the outer belt. Sorry about that. And it comes in. I've got him set to do things all automated. Best thing about the train is even if I hop in, it doesn't shut off the automation. So I can go in here while he's running, press Q as well, just like you would with the truck, and you can see the timetable. So if I wanted to do anything, you press Edit Timetable, and you select whichever area you want it to go to, and you can set it up as fully loaded or unloaded, or you can have it set for just one load or waiting 50. However you want to have it set up, that gives you the amount of time, and he will, after you have saved it and get everything done, press turn on self-driving, and he will drive on his own. Whee! Let's try not to get run over by the train. That may not feel very pleasant. But yeah, the way I have it set up, he'll run in here, it loops back around, and then connects in right about here where the switch is. So, and it does the same thing on the other side. So that gives a little bit of help on keeping the amount of resources needed for the actual train down, because now you're only really running one line. And if I split off to another area, let's say over there somewhere I find something I want and I need to belt it in, I can make this one section the only train station. I would just have to do a lot of reworking on how everything's designed. So that always gets to be kind of tedious, but tedious is fine. But yeah, everything comes out of this side. You set it up, load, unload, like you would the truck station. Everything comes out here. And then it's right back into the same splitting system that I had before. Only difference is I'm using a programmable splitter now instead of just the smart splitter. So that way, and this is what it looks like. I forgot that you can't set it up based on like number of items, but I can put several different items being split out of one side. If I wanted to add extra, all I have to do is click add in whatever section I need it to go out. So aluminum comes out the right side, gas filters stay out the left, everything else obviously goes out front to be back in the same exact splitting system that I had before. Come up here. Whee! How about I go inside the building so I can go all the way up to the third level, because I didn't feel like cluttering up these two areas any further. Ooh, I need to paint that wall pink. I forgot about that. Alright, and pick and pink. There we go. Now it all matches. But all the aluminum would come up here. Comes through. Wee! Fly! Fly be free! And is smart splitted into build their own storage systems. So whenever we actually have a use for them, we got it. So obviously this is where they are. When these are full, it's got its own overflow that will come up and go into the crusher. The awesome sink, whatever you want to call it. So that would keep me from backing up at all. Now, as long as I didn't make a mistake with my system over there, we should have aluminum for days. That's if I didn't make any mistakes, which I've been known to, so, there's always that. Now, I need at least 24 more of the, heavy modular frames. That big word. Oh, my brain hurts. But, for the time being, we'll get some stuff accomplished. Well, I still got one of these ready. Ooh, not now. We'll worry about that later. But we can get the turbo rifle ammo. Just to get it out of the way. I'm not really worried about it. But,
Turbo rifle ammo unlocked. The pioneer ammo of choice when obstacles are numerous and time is short. Panic and imminent death often negatively affect human accuracy, so this ammo meets the human experience with fixed efficiency.
Yeah. Efficiency. More inventory slots.
Pocket dimension inflated by utilizing numinous gel hydrology channeled through an etheric spigot.
Yes.
Some used to say this as impossible, but the meaning of that word has long since been removed from my dictionary.
That's right. Long since removed. Oh, well that's nice. We now have almost this entire thing taken care of. We just have the rocket fuel, which we may end up working with, and maybe the ionized fuel. I don't know for certain if I'm gonna work both of these, because that takes 100 freaking power shards to get, and that's expensive. But we got rocket fuel that's always fun. That one, we could technically do that right now, but we're trying to save up for the hover. So, oh well. That one we can't do anything with because that takes the time crystals, and we're not making those just yet. And I don't think we have enough of those for any of. Well, we do. We might. Something like that. My brain is just all over the place today. Yeah, let's add this and get some SAM fluctuators. That way we have more storage in the dimensional depot. The depot. Yes. I don't like that it's an odd number, 151, but whatever. There we go. There's the exact 151 needed. Just because I can. But we'll have to go out and search for a bunch more Mercer spheres to be able to get the rest of it taken care of, because we'll need at least, 46 more? Yeah, at least 46 more just to get that taken care of. That's going to be expensive and time-consuming.
Dimensional expansion increased to 400%. Parts can now be stored as elementary particles in a hyperdense deconfined state. Normally I'd explain the basic science, but I don't think this one can be simplified enough for you to understand.
We composed a growth song, but you composed a shrink song, so we remain silent. The dance of your bones and organs and veins amuses us.
I understand. Seeing the pioneer perform tasks also amuses me.
Oh, how rude. Amuses her. Fine. I'll amuse you for a minute. But yeah, I also, while taking care of the train, also decided I'm going to go ahead and label all of these. I was getting tired of running up to each individual door trying to figure out what was where. So, we finally have these all labeled. as well as this one down here that was unlabeled. So I did a few things away from the camera. Do I have the full 250 motors? No, I got 150. Well, let's see if there's enough built up over here. Whee! Oh! I thought I hit it at the right time. And I will. Sweet. Oh, wrong one. Let's not click on that. So that should be the full 250. So we're getting close. We just need a handful more of the heavy modular frames. So that way we can get our hover pack. Those heavy modular frames are taking way too freaking long to make. May need to find a way to up that speed. I mean, I thought I already had it up a decent amount because of the actual setup that I had, but which one's making the heavy modular frames, man? Not that one. It's over here! There we go. Ah, it's regular modular frames that are slowing me down a bit. So if I find a way to give more of the frames, that might help out a little bit. I know these are over here, and those don't seem to be waiting on anything. They're just really freaking slow. Okay. So if I up this using 2 of my summer sloops, that'll at least help out a little bit. But as of right now, I think that'll about do good for this one. I mean, I'm gonna have to obviously do some off-screen wait times, but what can you do other than massive rebuilds that will hurt my brain hole very much so. But I think we got a decent amount of stuff accomplished today. I mean, we have all of the bauxite. Well, not all of the bauxite, but we have the bauxite being used to making our aluminum. We've got a new train system. And we got a couple more bit of MAM researches done. So I think as of right now, that should be fine for the time being. So thank you all for joining me. If you've liked what you've seen, please like the video. If there's something else you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments. Please subscribe to my videos. Thank you all for joining me. Toodles.